All right, folks, we're back here doing something else to the FL5. We're gonna go ahead and install two-piece rotors for the front and rear for the FL5. We already had them on the FK8. We verified with Paragon that they fit, which we all know they do. We're gonna go ahead and put these on. We're gonna pair them up with some Club Racer 2 pads by Project Mu, and we're gonna see if we can improve the overall brake feel on this car that's already way better than the FK8. All right, we got Lewis here putting the car in the maintenance mode.
You know what I do like about this car? The key. The key is so nice.
Yeah, again, we figured out how to put the car in service mode so we don't damage any of the components to the rear brakes. I know a lot of you are gonna have questions, and if you do, come by VCD. You know, make an appointment here with Jasmine.
There it is.
As you heard that noise, that's putting the car in maintenance mode. Now the rear caliper is disengaged, so there won't be any issues.
Oh, right here.
All right, we're gonna remove the tire. We're gonna remove this rotor.
What are we doing though?
Well, my people know. What are your people doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean my people? Our people.
What are you doing?
The community.
Rear brakes and pads.
Oh, this is sick now too. I just realized this. That now, before, when I would used to do the service jobs, it was like the tool. So now there's like, because the car's longer, it's not, there's gonna be a lot. Damn, these are kind of, these are way more beefy.
Everything so far seems to act the same. Right now, Lewis is just removing this caliper off of the rear suspension. We're going to swap these brakes out. And I mean, again, we still need to do a comparison with the FL5 suspension and the FK8 suspension, because right here are some noticeable differences that, you know, really Honda doesn't provide. This is what everybody should be seeing when they're trying to compare the FK8 to the FL5 and all of the differences that this car has versus the FK8. Well,
God damn it, dude. Just shattered my thing, bro. What the fuck happened?
after the difficulties we had, literally
The impact driver just snapped.
Yeah, this thing snapped it. Look at that.
Thing was so hard
Trying
on there.
to see if you can see that. Look how it snapped it. Literally, we had to figure out a way to get it out.
So
The
cool.
power of engineering. We got it out.
Here's the two-piece.
We're gonna put the two-piece Paragon Rotor on now. Looks way nicer, to be honest with you.
You have the pads?
How these pads looking?
Like you tracking?
It's great. Oof.
What we should do is give it like a good little rub against the concrete.
Yeah, Lewis and I were just talking about how these rotors in the back, they say Civic Type R FK8, and I go, wouldn't it suck if Paragon makes these and right here it says FL5? I mean, none of you are gonna actually look at them, but it would bug us, huh? It would bother us though, right? It'd bother us that it says, it'd bother me for sure. Lewis, not so much. You know what will bother me? When you do get your FL5 and then yours say then 100% it will bother me.
A few moments later.
Really? This is how we find her. We leave her in the office for, I don't know, what, 20 minutes? And this is how we find her?
What'd you do?
We're training her to give away goodies at the next car meet. And this is how we do it. Oh my God, this dog. Yeah, the mayor over here making friends because since the other side broke. Now let's let's cross our fingers here. I wonder if it was because maybe the bit was already too...
It's probably been impacted too much and just fucking exploded.
You know what I mean? It's you again. What, Asuna? Oh God, here we go, boys. Fingers crossed. Oh my God. Jeez. All right, we're all smiles here. A minute ago, I was dying. Again, we'll give you our honest opinion of this swap.
This thing is like glued up to that shit. Dude, everything is.
Smashing the part.
Yeah, because it's fucking glue on that shit or something.
Dude, this whole car doesn't want to be altered.
Dude, I know.
It's like, hey, some Honda engineer right now is crying in Japan in his dreams. He's gonna go back to work in the morning and say, hey, I had a dream that these stupid ass Americans were having trouble changing the rotors on a Type R. Oye,
like,
conejo Fluffy, ¿cómo estás, papo? ¿Cómo le va, amigo? Mira, parece que tiene un alacrán en la cabeza.
Oh, my
Ah,
burning everywhere.
Here we go. This guy's been wet on Tommy FCS. Good morning. Jeez.
No, it's Mernin. You gotta say Mernin. You gotta say Mernin ain't right, bro. You ain't got the accent.
Thanks. I know.
Get that shit out.
Okay, so the knuckle assembly on the FK8 looks like this. If I could just move you over, but it will move over. This is the FK8 knuckle assembly. If you notice the back, I'm not saying it doesn't look robust, but when we go to the FL5, see how it's, of course, it's going to be wider. It's a little bit more beefy in the back. And the front now has just a slightly different assembly. See that? That's a little bit of the differences in here. But remember, it's because they had to extend this car.
Even this is better, look. It has like cutouts here for like air.
Yeah, the other one doesn't have that. And the overall stock wheel construction is better too. If you've ever owned like a Titan 7, I'm sorry, not a Titan 7. If you've ever owned like a Volk SL type of wheel, you'll notice that they have this little lip right here. And according to Honda, they made this like this too. So it has the airflow that comes out of the wheel a little better for when the car is running. No, low key, I'm gonna keep these wheels. I like these wheels as everyday wheels. I would, maybe like to put a nicer tire on there. Something a little stickier, but yeah, these I really like the look of these tires this year compared to the one over there. Look at that.
Oh,
Like, I never really was a fan of it, but yeah, this is a nice little closer look of the anatomy of the FL5. I'll hand the camera over to Lewis so he might be able to help you guys out, get a little undershot of it, which, again, one of these days, we're gonna put this car up on the lift and we're going to just kind of break down. We're gonna break it down. We'll break down what we found, what we've seen so far, what we have in our back pocket. We'll kind of give you guys a little bit of insight, because to all the people that keep doubting this car, I really think that this car has made improvements that, unless you own it, you're gonna know, because what Honda has delivered and spoke about and whatnot is a fraction of what this car really has. I mean, they haven't really told us, huh, Lewis, about the already built-in stiff plate that's already in the car, that you don't need to go and buy from Spoon unless Spoon comes out with the better one. We're gonna get it. But again, there's
a lot more chassis rigidity for sure.
For real. A lot more seam welding done to it. To show you guys, the changes. Look at the difference right there. That's a huge difference right here. Again, we're gonna keep doing this. If you guys keep tuning in, and that way we can show you guys what improvements this car has, what differences it has. There, you got your shot of you struggling putting the wheel on. He wanted me to record him putting the wheel on, but
on the other side,
I was trying to save him the struggles. Nights at the gym have been a little scarce these days. All right, we're all set here. Paragon 2-piece rear rotors are all set, installed on the car. Lewis over here took care of us, did a great job. Trusty labor assistant was a little busy working on the donor FK8. But yeah, these things look sick. Can't wait to try them out on track. And again, like I was saying earlier, the brake feel on this car already feels way better than the FK8. And now we're gonna enhance it a little bit more. Let's see how this works out for us. Fronts, we are going to take care of next. And we'll pick up this at the house, like old school style. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to finish it up at the shop. We did put in the rear, as you can tell, with the Project Mu pads. Don't mind that. That doesn't belong to us. But in the garage,
It belongs to us.
we're gonna go ahead and set this up and continue the installation of the Paragon brakes for the front. Well, actually the Paragon front rotors. Now, we're gonna take these stock ones off. These will be for sale soon. You're gonna ask me, and I'm sure I'm gonna hear it, is why are we changing perfectly good rotors? Why are we putting two-piece ones when I already have two-piece ones? Well, I'm going to just answer it because I know that the ones for the ones that are from Paragon are slotted and they're gonna stand up to some track abuse. I'm guessing a little bit better than the OEM ones. You share that?
I think the heating probably be better.
On the Paragon ones, right? Yeah. I mean, we're gonna find out. If not, we're gonna run through those real quick and we're gonna have a nice set of OEM ones to run through as well. All right, we got the trusty labor assistant here. Just removing the two 19s from the rear of the Brembo brake caliper. And again, everything is the exact same, right? As the FK8, pretty much, when this step here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like everything's gonna be the same.
Bolts.
Two bolts. We remove the caliper. We're gonna go ahead and zip tie it to something up here to hold it in place. And then we're gonna slap that guy on and we'll give you the end result. All right, guys, you guys are asking why we're switching one for the other. We figured out that the Paragon rotors are lighter, like literally lighter than the OEM ones. Yeah, like we don't have a scale to give you that, but literally, trust us, this is lighter than this by far. Then not to mention the way that the construction of the rotor is. As you can see the fins, how they're kind of blowing the air in a certain direction out once they're spinning.
Well, that, but if you look at them, there's no like, I guess like middle to stop the airflow from releasing.
And
You
these
look
do.
at that.
See that? That will hold up the airflow coming out while you're, you know, on track, getting the heat to come out of them. And this right here, as you can see, they got like a little bit of an angled design versus these that are just straight. Now there's similarities, but that's primarily
Well, I think it's supposed to be when it's rotating, right? The air is supposed to come in from the duct and pretty much, I guess, go into there, cool off the rotor,
and spin out, right?
Spin out.
Again, this is why we're doing this. Remember what I said before. We pretty much add parts to this car. Now this new car, for function, of course they look really nice, but we're primarily doing it for function. Once we get this car out on track, we are going to take advantage of everything we learned with the FK8. And again, this is just a simple process. Just make sure you have all the right tools that you're gonna need, and you, like I said, make sure that you just have everything that you need. Okay, just a little update here. We have successfully transferred over the pads. As you can tell, they're in there. Now Morris, all he's gonna do is just put the locking pins in. We should be all set. We'll put the wheels back on and I'll go take it out for a little spin, make sure everything is feeling copacetic. Morris already went ahead and got the other side all set. I'm gonna go ahead and put this wheel back on and we'll have everything all set up, done and ready to go. Like I said, we're gonna really try and get a better break-in period with these now that we got them on the FL5. We are waiting on some wheels. Once we get wheels for this guy, we'll be out on the track now that we have the car PPF. By the way, big shout out to Shine Detailing. These guys really kicked ass on this car. But anywho, back to what we were saying here. I'm really looking forward to having these Paragon Rotors on. I've heard nothing but good news. Now that we have them on the FL5, they're just going to perform and not to mention look amazing. I just went with something that, again, we knew were battle tested with the FK8 out at Thunderhill. We knew these had been used at the 24 hours of Thunderhill, or 26 hours actually of Thunderhill, and they performed amazingly. Now these are ready to go. This side's ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same over here. 2 clicks just to make sure. Okay, all right. We're all done here. We're all set. I know this install was pretty here and there. There really wasn't anything to it. We just had to swap out the brake pads. We had to swap out the rotors real quick, and we were all set. And it does change the look of the car a tad bit. I know my lighting in this garage is a little funky, but yeah, we're all set here. I want to thank everybody again for watching. Hit up Paragon if you're interested in some FK8, FL5, 2-piece rotors. They do make an amazing product. And when you pair it off with their WinMax 3s or 4 brake pads, you can't go wrong. Us in this occasion, we went with the Project Mu Club Racer 2 brake pads. And that's just because I had them already. I've been wanting to put them on the FK8 for a long time. We actually finally went around and did it. And again, we wanted to go ahead and put these things to the test. We can't wait for our next track day. I want to say thanks again for everybody for watching. Make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button that's right around here. Also hit the bell button anytime that we post any type of content, whether it be for the FL5 or anything at the shop. You'll be notified, and you can keep up to date with anything that I put together for the FL5 here. And we'll catch you out on the next one.